Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
I'm going to open the trunk, and on this model, the trunk button is right here. It shows a photo of the car with the trunk ajar. You press it. Spare tire is in the trunk under the carpet, and there's a plastic cover that has the hardware for the floor, for the jack. You get your lug wrench. The jack is located in the passenger compartment. There's a little part. There's the jack. We're going to remove the jack. Once I remove the jack and the lug wrench, I'm going to lift up the plastic cover. This model came to us without the lock. You might have a spin nut, which is a big plastic nut or some sort that comes off. So this is kind of free floating. I'm just going to lift the spare tire out. So here we have the scissor jack that comes with this car, and it basically is the way it sounds. It's a scissor jack. So let's see which way this operates. It's kind of old, so it's frozen. Yeah, there we go. So you're going to use the lug wrench to spin that up. You see the design here, how it has that lip, open slot? They designed that to go into the pinch rail of the body. And if you look down below here, you'll see the two dimples. There's one here and one there. Those two dimples, they want the jack to go right in between the two. That's the strongest point and the proper weight balance to jack up one side of this tire. You always have to loosen lug nuts with the car, tire on the ground making contact. So I feel the dimple there. Okay, it's right there. So now with the pressure of the jack, taunt on the car, I'm going to break the lug nuts free. Before I do that though, take notice that if you are on the side of the road, look around you, make sure you're clear away from traffic. And if you have ability to wedge something under the front tire, in the front of the back of the front tire, whether it's a rock or a stick, just helps you stabilize the car. And always put your e-brake on. Once I get the last lug nut out of the way, I'm going to set them aside someplace safe so you don't kick them or lose them. The tire is already flat at this point, so it's no use to you except for a possible safety mechanism. So we're going to pretend this tire is flat. If it was, I would just wedge it right here. That way, heaven forbid, while I'm putting the spare on, if this was to kick out, the car would not fall down on me or on my hands or any other body part. So this is what they call a donut spare tire. It's not a full size. It is very narrow. It is basically meant for safety, to get you off to a safe place. It's not to be driven on, and max speed, it'll say on the tire or on this decal. Every car varies, but most of them are like 50 miles an hour. So to make it a little easier on myself, I like to line up, make sure that I have one lug nut straight at 12 o'clock. And I'm going to come back here and put one stud at 12 o'clock. And that way, when I pick it up, I'm not struggling to find it. It goes right on. I hold it down on the bottom and I'll start a lug nut. And now I can let go. I can put all my lug nuts on. Now I'm getting ready to lower my jack, so I'm going to take my flat tire out of the way. I'm going to move it to the back by the trunk area. And I'm going to lower the jack. Just enough so that the tire hits the ground, so I can tighten the lug nuts. And then I will completely remove the jack. So I'm going to start at the bottom. That way it assures me that this is being seated on that rotor, on the hub. Once again, you tighten in a star pattern. I start at the bottom, bottom, up, over, cross, cross. Now with my lug nuts tight, it's safe to remove the jack the rest of the way. So now for my safety is more important than organization at this point, so I'm just going to throw the jack in the lug wrench, pick up my spare, make sure I take it with me, throw it in the trunk, and head to my nearest service station.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at 1AAuto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.